What's going on, everybody? We are back. Another episode of Make the Right Play. We're here. We got the coach on my left. As always, we got your Bowie behind the camera, making everything sound great for us, making everything work for us, and sound perfect. Shout out your Bowie Media for all your media needs in the Pensacola area. We're back. It's another edition. It's a Halloween edition. We're here. It's Halloween week. We're ready to go trick-or-treating. We're ready to do all the stuff. Get the music going, coach. There you go, coach. All right. Well, you heard it here, guys. Listen, Halloween week is here. The kids are ready to go trick-or-treating. I know everybody's ready and everybody's excited to get to the parties. Whatever you guys are doing on Halloween, I know we're all fired up. Coach, you got any Halloween plans this year?
Well, of course I give out candy.
Yeah, there you go. You give out candy. It's just going to be you and Dad this year, pretty much. I'll be handing out candy with you for a little bit.
Well, Olivia is going to be home for a little while.
Yep.
Hotshot is not going to have a costume on, but Mark's is going to be, not Mark's, oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Max is going to be Crypto.
Poor Max.
And Olivia is going to be Supergirl.
Yes. All right. So good. So you guys have some fun things planned.
Yeah, so come see the superheroes.
Yes. Yeah, you guys got to come La Belterre. Come trick-or-treating. I told all my coworkers at work, I was like, hey, we got a great neighborhood. You guys got to come trick-or-treat in our neighborhood. So trying to get some trick-or-treaters. The neighborhood.
We always get a lot of trick-or-treaters.
You do, yeah. Well, the La Mirage like rakes in the trick-or-treaters every year. I mean, every house seems like they're all decorated. They're all fired up and excited. So.
Well, you know what's so funny is that everybody starts trick-or-treating at around 5 o'clock. And by 8 o'clock, it's like people shut down.
Nobody. Yeah. I have noticed that. They go out really early this year. I feel like back when we were in Brantford, we didn't go out until it was dark. Like it had to be pitch dark before we went out.
Yeah, we always went out around 7:30.
Yeah.
And we'd meet up with all the people. Like we'd be home having pizza, pre-gaming, go out, trick-or-treat. And then we'd get home like around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sky's Pizza Pie
but
this Friday.
But it was cold. So you didn't want to be out there for 3 hours.
Cold,
like there were times we were freezing, trick-or-treating.
It was chilly. I think it was close to snowing one Halloween, wasn't it? I remember they canceled it for the hurricane that one year. Remember?
Don't even get me started with that.
They canceled Halloween.
Oh my gosh, those wimps in Brantford.
That was a joke. That was an absolute joke.
And they're like, we're going to reschedule trick-or-treating.
I remember that.
Losers,
yeah,
you know?
I remember that.
I mean, it's like, the whole world just revolves around the losers sometimes.
It's really true. It really
just drives me crazy. Oh my gosh, liberalism is a mental disorder.
It's true.
I'm sorry to say.
It's true.
You know what? And I feel bad because let me tell you what happened this week to me.
All right, what happened this week?
So this week, I'm at church and I'm praying.
You're praying.
Right? So I'm minding my business just like God, just praying to Jesus, praying to God, letting him know how much I love him.
Yep.
And he starts telling me while I'm praying, your country has a lot of money. There's no reason why anybody should be hungry. You better make sure that people donate and feed everybody who depends on benefits. There's no reason why one person should go hungry, and tell the corporations they should be chipping in too. So I'm like, okay, God. So the whole mass, I keep hearing that message. And it's like really true, because if we're going to battle this demonic energy, the only way to do it is to battle it with overwhelming love.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Every single American went running to a food bank and brought groceries and brought food, or dropped off some money, you know what? Oh, no SNAP. Who cares? This is power to the people. This is an opportunity for us to have power and to be like, the government is not in control of us. It's through the Lord Jesus Christ. It's through our charitable ways in the United States of America that we can battle this. But I'm like, God, what do you want me to do? I mean, I'm a nobody. You want me to like go to the news and be like, God talked to me during Mass and kept telling me, flood the food banks.
Well, you're bringing it up on our show here, and listen, we're trying to grow the viewership and get it out more. But listen, that's a great message, and I think it's really important for people to donate to the food banks and especially now too, right? People are getting cold, right? It's getting cold outside. People need extra food. The holidays are coming. And one of the things that I love doing, and I do this every single year with St. Vincent de Paul, is we do Thanksgiving baskets, and we give out baskets of food to families that we've helped in the past who need it. And that's like my favorite thing to do every year. And if more food banks could do that with more donations they got and be able to feed these families, like we're going into the holidays, guys, and the benefits end on Saturday. Like that's it. And the SNAP benefits end on Saturday. So we're getting to a tough time right now.
You know what happened is that one of the things that happened to me, because I go to daily mass as well.
Yeah,
so
you do.
this
You're a
week
daily
while I
masser.
was praying, I started actually crying at church because I was thinking about all the children who must be so stressed out because their parents are stressed out. Like their moms are so worried about what am I going to do if I don't have my SNAP benefits.
It's true.
And not only that, but there are also a lot of disabled people on SNAP benefits. There are a lot of senior citizens who need SNAP benefits. And I was just getting so sad thinking about the children. And I'm like, you know what? If we all go out there and just overwhelm the food banks with so much food and so much money and guilt Walmart that like they benefit 34% of all SNAP EBT benefits.
Goes through Walmart.
And like be like, hey, Amazon, Mr. Billionaire, gazillionaire, Baldy with the freaking disgusting wife who showed the boobs in the White House swearing in ceremony. Remember that lady?
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but she's
out.
gross. Yeah, she had like on a bra, okay? Like she's real low life. And if we
She's
say,
real low
listen,
life.
donate some money because you know you're a bastard, because you take advantage of your Amazon workers, you don't give them benefits, and you purposely keep them at a low-level salary so that way they have to rely on government benefits. Seriously, that's what a lot of these big corporations do.
You're 100%
so what we
right.
need to do is guilt them and be like, listen, you greedy bastards, you're the ones who are always going and taking advantage of your workers and not paying them a living wage, so they need to get the government benefits. The government ain't coming through this time. You need to go in your wallet, take out your wallet, and help out. And that's what we need to do as American citizens.
That was pretty good, Coach. That was pretty good. That's a good message.
Yeah.
It's a good message going into the holiday season.
And let me tell you something. If Walmart or Amazon don't do it, I will not be buying one single thing from them for Christmas.
Wow, you're not going to Walmart at all? They got great Black Friday sales, though.
No, I won't even buy sour cream.
Not
or
even
butter
Daisy sour cream?
Yes, not even a sour cream or butter.
Wow.
If they do not help out
You
the
need a lot of
people-
butter during the holidays, too. You're always
Oh,
baking
you
and
kidding
stuff.
me?
You
I
need
go
a
through
lot
like
of
3
lot
pounds,
of butter.
4 pounds of butter, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So we're going to be going to Publix a lot.
Yeah, and Publix is such a rip-off.
It is, but it's all right. It's so worth it. Best store on the planet,
We'll be going to the
Publix.
food bank if we
We'll
do
be
all
going
our
to the
shopping
food
at
bank.
Publix.
We'll be like, please help. We need you. We need you.
I know.
You guys got some spare butter? Spare butter? Whipped by the pound, by the stick, anything. And we're going to be begging for it. And then they're going to hand us like some trash butter. We'll be like, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, I know. And I'll be like, my baking
Land
won't be the
O'Lakes.
same.
We need Land O'Lakes.
It could only be Breakstones.
Yeah, Breakstones. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can only donate Breakstones to Domino's Sugar.
Right. That's perfect. That's perfect. No, but I think that's a great message, Coach. And so, guys, whoever's watching, if you got an opportunity, please go buy some food. Go buy your local food bank. Bring some stuff in. Say, you know, I want to help our fellow Americans. That's what it's all about, right? We got to help our fellow Americans.
Like you said, bring some stuffing.
Bring some stuffing. Who doesn't love some stovetop? Bring it. Bring a box of stuffing. Bring anything, right? But just go and do your best. Help out. Volunteer. I always tell as many people as I can, go and volunteer. It's so good for you. It's so good for your soul. It makes you feel so much better. Just get out there. Get out in the community because you could really benefit your community if you really give back to it. So try to get out there this holiday season, especially in November and December. Get out, help people, bring some stuff to the food bank. It's going to help a lot. And we're gonna tackle this shutdown together, right? We're going to tackle it as Americans together and get through it as one because we really have to.
Only over-loving love can battle this demonic energy.
Right.
Because we cannot have people feeling so desperate that they're willing to sacrifice their integrity and steal, right?
Yeah.
And do things that are criminal. No, we can't do that to
Well,
them.
I got to be honest with you, Coach, since we're on this topic, because we'll just get into it now, right? So it's funny that you mentioned the word steal. And for me, when I was thinking about the SNAP benefits and thinking about how all of these American people are going to be without these benefits, right? You really, you feel for them. You feel for those families. And then you realize, man, we really spend so much on these SNAP benefits. Like so many people, when you look at the numbers, how many people are on SNAP?
41 million.
Yeah, 41
people.
million.
But you know what's so shocking?
Yeah.
It's not 41 million Americans.
Well, exactly. That's where I was going to go to, right? 41 million people in the United States of America need food stamps and SNAP benefits. It's like, really? really? Like, what are you talking about here? So, you boy, do me a favor. Let's pull up number 9 here. The clip 9. This is going to be a chart. I just want to take a look at this graph here, and it's going to show us who exactly is getting these SNAP benefits. So let's take a look at it real fast. So take a look. Food stamps.
Afghan, 45.6%.
Yep. Somali, 42.4%. Iraqi.
I'm sorry, but didn't the Afghanistans already get enough of the American blood with the war that we've been fighting there since 2001 with the World Trade Center coming down?
Yeah.
45%? That means that if there are 41 million people on SNAP, we just get rid of the Afghanis. Well, right there, we have like almost 20 million down.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
think about that. These aren't even Americans.
Like Somalia, like the Somalia, 42% of Somalis.
These numbers don't add up. Really.
Well, no, but this isn't out of 100. This is a percentage of like which ethnicity is getting it.
I know.
So it's not supposed to equal 100.
It's so weird,
but
like 45, 42, 34. Like I hate when the numbers are like that.
Well, 42% of Somali households in the United States is on SNAP.
Okay, I understand.
So it's not
what you're saying.
it's not out of how many people get SNAP. So
Okay.
out of all of the Afghan immigrants and Afghan people, half of them are receiving SNAP benefits. 35%, right, rounded up 34.8. 35% of Iraqis are getting SNAP benefits. Dominicans, Caribbeans, like it's
Dominicanos,
35%, raking it in. The Caribbean, 28.2%.
You know what's so funny is that we got to go through a lot of countries. Well, Puerto Rico, but let's be honest, that's because the whole island pretty much is on SNAP benefits because they just destroyed that island.
It's true.
But look, like they always say, oh, it's blacks. Blacks are always on welfare.
Yeah.
They're not even in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
24.9%,
That's because
25%.
they're trying to divide us. Don't you see that that's part of the plan?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to divide us.
Yeah, the black community only brings 24%.
That's why they have to get all the illegals in the country.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh my gosh, the black community pretty much takes care of themselves.
Right.
We need to bring in some illegals who are going to be completely dependent on us.
Right. So it just makes you think, right? Like how much money we're spending. And we don't know what percentage of these people are actually legal immigrants.
Israeli.
Israeli,
so I guess the Jews are
Jews.
Israeli. 11% of all the Israeli. You know what I find so funny? Because one of the secrets of New York, it's not a secret anymore after I let it out, is that there are a lot of Hasidic Jews, and they were all on welfare.
The Hasidic Jews.
The Hasidic Jews were all on welfare. They were living in the projects. And they would have like 10 kids. In Brooklyn a lot,
in Brooklyn,
too.
Okay.
And it was like, you couldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, nobody ever. And I remember my mother used to be like.
Fran Berryhill.
And let me tell you something. Nobody has more benefits than the Jews.
There you go, Fran.
And I'm not trying. It wasn't like in an anti-Semitic way, but it was always because she was always so mad because they were putting down. No, because they were always putting down blacks and putting down Puerto Ricans for being on welfare. Because this is before we shipped in Afghanis. Like this is a Bill Clinton
this was
era.
before, yeah.
Right. This is Bill Clinton when he said, "Oh, we're going to limit you to 2 children." And I remember that pissed my mother off because my mother was like, how dare you say that if you have a 3rd child, you're not going to feed that child?
Yeah,
we have
population
enough money
control.
in this country.
Can you believe that shit?
We have enough money in this country that no child should ever go hungry.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
So the thing is that my mother was so mad. She goes, this Bill Clinton, he's such a demon, and I can't believe that. She goes, how about, are they going to tell the Jews who have like 10 kids because they're repopulating after World War II, you're only allowed to have 2 kids? And she was 100% right.
Yeah.
She was 100% right because nobody was going to tell the Jewish community you could only have 2 kids.
Yeah.
They were all having 6, 7, 8 kids, some of them.
Right.
Because they needed to repopulate after World War II.
Yeah.
So, my mother found that very prejudiced. Of course, the Democrat Party, because to me, they're the demon cat party. That's what they are.
They're
what?
Liars the demon
and
cat?
People, yes, the demon cat party. And you're going to start waking up. I'm telling you, the scales are going to start falling from your eyes because this is a great awakening going on.
Yeah.
And the fact that Democrats who are supposed to care about the poor are now using the poor as a weapon in their battle for government power is just sick.
Well, please go ahead. I think we're going to do the same thing.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say, I want to play number 6 where the federal worker called it to C-SPAN because I'm sure nobody here watches C-SPAN.
Who does watch C-SPAN, for Christ's sake? Nobody watches C-SPAN.
I actually...
You don't watch C-SPAN either.
don't watch
You're so
C-SPAN.
busy watching the War Room and your boy Alex that you don't have time to watch
That's not
C-SPAN.
true.
All right, let's go here. 6.
I'm, a retired federal worker, and I hear people talking about, the president needs to get involved, and the Democrats are saying this, and Republicans are saying this. This is the truth. The Democrats, and I'm a Democrat, are the ones that actually, in the Senate side, shut down the government. They did not vote for a continuing resolution except for 3 of them. One is the senator of Pennsylvania, Fetterman, and all. So they have to get together and stop holding an American hostage. We're about to have people without food come, November 1st, which is the end of this week. And that's ridiculous. It is not worth it. Plus, the health care companies have already said you're way past the deadline for them to change their costs that they're going to give out to the public for the health care.
So look at that man. He's
that guy's pissed. Yeah, he's pissed. But she's 100% right. They're fighting for the continuation of Obamacare.
It's over, Johnny.
Over. You already
It's
missed
over.
the deadline.
Yeah.
So all the insurance companies are like, all right, new premiums, new this, new that. We're all rolling it all out this year. So the earliest that you can even roll this bullshit in is next year. What's next year? The midterms. So go win the midterms and push your bullshit agenda there.
Well,
but
let's
open up the government. Let's go. What are you doing? You're holding us hostage for something that can't even change. But that's what we've been talking about. They're trying to pass legislation through control of the government and control of the Senate. They talk about all the time. This is the Republican shutdown. The Republicans control the House. The Republicans control the Senate.
Just do basic math.
You have to get 60 votes to pass something in the Senate. So clearly we're not getting 60 votes. Clearly we do not have control of the Senate. But people are just so stupid.
No,
that
people
they
are
can't
waking
figure
up,
it out.
though. I think people are starting to wake up.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, let's go to number 7, you buoy, because this is the government union that is now against the Democrats.
All right, let's go 7.
Federal workers waiting in long lines at this food bank in southern Maryland.
The food
I
bank.
would have never thought in a million years that I would have been in this position. To have to go to a food bank.
Denise Blake says she drove over an hour to get here. When she finally arrived, they had run out of food.
We have a cart ready for you out front.
Fortunately, she did not leave empty-handed, but she still faces the harsh reality of not knowing how she's going to feed her family while she's not getting paid during the government shutdown.
I don't want my daughter to see me crying.
Blake's story is like so many others who are waiting to get paid as Congress stalls to pass a new spending plan.
I haven't gotten a paycheck this month, so the free groceries is very important, very helpful.
More than 1 million federal workers are not receiving pay right now. Many missed their first full paycheck Friday, while others will feel the loss early next week, depending on the agency.
It just makes me sad because when she said, I don't want to see my daughter, I don't want my daughter to see me upset. Like, I remember, because my mother was a single mother, and I remember how stressed she was. And we were on food stamps for a little while, like not, it wasn't a whole lifestyle, but, sometimes you hit hard times and, you need help from the government.
Right.
Oh, gosh, I can't.
But honestly, no, that's the truth, and I'm all for it. Like, we need to be able to help these people, and we should be helping these people. But we're being held hostage right now. The Democrat Party is holding us hostage because they're trying to push their agenda without winning an election, and that is the most disgusting thing that you could do. Is we got smoked in the election, and instead of just accepting the fact that we got smoked and we need to change our own party and change the way we're doing things, and maybe we'll win an election that way. It's no. We're just going to hold you hostage and destroy the American people because we want to pass our legislation. That's what they're doing.
Listen, this is all about Obamacare because Obamacare
was the
is
worst.
A flop.
Was the worst.
It was horrible.
15 years.
And the thing is that they didn't have one Republican vote for Obamacare, not one. So now they're living with the consequences because it's very expensive.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, but you can't bring in 20 million illegals and think that you're just going to be able to give them all free health care on the backs of the 1%. That's not how it works.
Right.
The math isn't mathing, okay? You cannot bring in all these illegals, give them free health care, give them free SNAP benefits and, think that we're not going to be running in a huge deficit.
It's true.
And the thing is that the American people have had it.
Yeah.
They want to make America great again. They want money in their pockets. They want to go and have good health care. And I'm sorry, Democrats, but your agenda lost.
It lost. And it lost bad. It lost bad.
And the thing is you have to, instead of saying, okay, we need to regroup, maybe we made a couple of mistakes, they're doubling down.
Yeah, they're doubling down.
They're doubling down, and they're like, you know what? Let's pray that we make the American people suffer so much that we could cause chaos, confusion, rioting, hatred. People will be against each other. Whose plan would that be? Would that be Jesus' plan or Satan's plan?
Well,
Wake up.
it's funny. I just now I'm thinking about it, and it goes right back to what Dad said this morning, right? Communism, the means always justify the ends, right?
Exactly.
For communism, if we need to starve out these people and make these people suffer and have no food, and just even though they work for us, we're going to make sure they have nothing, and their families have nothing, and they just have.
The woman works for the Defense
Department of
and
Defense
is crying because she can't have food for her family.
Right.
And she's like, I just don't want my daughter to see how upset I am, because it affects you.
But
like,
the
you feel
means
sad when
always justify the ends. They would rather
they're
have that
communists.
person cry on the news than make sure that she could feed her family, because they want to push the communist agenda that is Obamacare. Don't get it twisted, guys. Obamacare is communist. That's what it is. It's communist. Your tax dollars will pay for some other illegal immigrants' health care. It's a communist plan. So the means always justify the ends. So if I need to make that lady cry and I need to make millions of Americans suffer and have no food and nothing, then whatever, because it's going to push my agenda through. The means always justify the ends with communism.
And it's always about power and control.
Yep.
They want power
100%.
and they want to control everybody. But let's go to number 23, because it's been 15 years since Obamacare came into effect.
This is what started it all. This is what got the first domino.
It's been 15 years since President Obama signed the Affordable Care Act into law, better known as Obamacare.
If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor.
That was a lie.
You'll
Biggest
be able
lie
to keep
ever
your
told,
health care
Coach.
plan. Period.
Keep your health care plan.
But it has also come with a pretty big price tag, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's an unbelievable amount of money when you really look at the numbers here. So the subsidies have grown a lot, from about $50 billion a year in 2020 to more than $120 billion now. Just since COVID, American taxpayers have spent around $440 billion on subsidies entirely.
A key part of the COVID relief bill creates the most significant changes to the Affordable Care Act since it was passed more than 10 years ago, among other changes. Some important provisions include providing larger subsidies to buy insurance.
Taxpayers are the ones footing the bill, and premiums for people who are not getting these subsidies can still be really high.
It only took 15 years, but the Washington Post admitting that Obama's notorious Affordable Care Act was never actually affordable.
It only took 15 years. Let me tell you something. It took my husband and I like 1 year when we got the bump in the insurance premiums, and then a deductible. We never had a deductible. Listen, my husband and I grew up very humble beginnings. And by the time we were like 18, 19 years old, we had to go get jobs, because back in our day, when you were 18, you were an adult.
Right.
So if you wanted health care, you needed to go get a job with health care. All right? Mommy and daddy were not paying for your health care anymore. That didn't exist. So we would have to go get a job, and then we would pay for health care through our job. And we would go to the doctor, maybe a $5 copay. There was never any deductible. Right? All of a sudden, this Obamacare is passed, and it's like your family now has a $4,000 deductible. Wait, what does that mean? That means that you, after $4,000, will start covering you. But wait a minute, we're paying like $1,200 a month for health insurance, but then we can't even use it? No, once you get past $4,000, then it went up to $8,000.
Yeah.
Then it got so high that it went up to $16,000 at one point. And I was like, this is some BS. Well, thank God we live in the great state of Florida now. We're not in Connecticut taking care of everybody.
Great state of Florida.
And we have much better insurance, honestly, in Florida. I think our deductible's back to $4,000, and we're happy about it. Yay, $4,000 only. But I mean, we're still paying.
we're like, yes.
Yeah, only $4,000.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that's one trip to the hospital, though, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
you go to the hospital one time, it's $2,000.
No vacation, but at least you can,
Yeah.
But the thing is, is that it just got so stressful.
Yeah.
Where it's like your insurance is more than your mortgage.
It's true.
It got to the point where our health care was more than the mortgage of our house.
Because you're not paying for somebody else to live in your house, right? You're paying for you to live in your house, but you're paying for everybody else to have health care. And that's communism. That
totally
is communism. So when the means always justify the ends. We'll make people suffer. We'll make people have no food and no pay. But hey, we're going to make them pass our communist bill, even though we don't have any control of any of the branches of Congress because we suck. We're going to still make that happen. That's what they're doing.
Well,
so
and they're
wake
trying
up,
to
people.
hurt
Wake up,
everybody
people.
in the process. And guess what? I really believe people are going to wake up.
You gotta hope, man.
We battle this with love and go power to the people.
Yeah.
The people. Oh, you want to have a shutdown? Power to the people. The people will take care of our fellow Americans. You'll see how fast they'll open up the government again because their plan will not be working.
Well, let me tell you, Coach. I could tell you one place where they're unfortunately definitely not going to wake up because Zorhan Mandami is going to win mayor of New York next week.
Oh my gosh, it's like you're watching somebody just go off a cliff in New York City.
Yeah.
Did they not learn anything with de Blasio?
No, he's going to win, and it's not even going to be close. Well, let's take a look at New York's new mayor with clip number 5.
We clearly do not have the numbers as they are in this moment to win the radical legislation that we need to bring about and begin to believe that these kinds of results are sufficient. We have to continue to elect more socialists, and we have to ensure that we are unapologetic about our socialism. But I sincerely believe in this political project. I sincerely believe in socialism. For me, it was Palestine that brought me into this movement. It is it can be such a lonely experience to be a socialist, and it was for me, country. To power this journey and understanding that it is socialism that we are fighting for this moment right now, right? If we're talking about the cancellation of student debt, if we're talking about Medicare for all, these are issues which have the groundswell of popular support across this country.
Gosh.
He comes right out and says it. I am a communist. I'm a socialist. He comes right out. He's like, this is what I am. And all the New Yorkers are like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Communism. Let's go. You fucking idiots.
No,
it's like, you people are so dumb.
No,
you're the stupidest people on this planet. That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how dumb you are.
And you know what's the saddest part is that he said Palestine is what inspired him.
Yeah.
You go look at Palestine right now. It's rubble.
It's rubble. It's gonna keep being
you
rubble
should
too.
Say, Zohan, is Palestine still inspiring you?
Yeah.
It's rubble.
It's so bad. It's so bad,
gosh.
Coach. That's the mayor.
But this video, I have to say, this is Zohan's supporters. Let's go to number 3.
Yeah, this is crazy. Let's go to number 3 here.
Hi, Rabbi. Hi, Rabbi. Hi, Rabbi. Hi, Rabbi. Hi, Rabbi. Hi.
We're among the thousands of Jewish New Yorkers who've been out door knocking and phone banking to elect Zorhan Mandami. We're also rabbis.
We know Zorhan will fight to make our city affordable and safe for our families.
And for our neighbors of all faiths and backgrounds.
As New Yorkers, we're also just people who live here, who don't want to get priced out of this incredible city that we call home.
We know fellow Jews want to be able to afford housing, transportation, and childcare for their families too.
As Jews, as rabbis, as New Yorkers, we believe that all people deserve to thrive. Zorhan agrees.
But let's get real. This isn't only about belief, it's about action. So let's build a flourishing city.
Together, let's elect Zorhan.
I don't know what I was looking at there, to be honest.
Liberalism is a mental disorder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's a tough look. That's a tough look, Coach. But that's he's gonna win by a landslide. Like, it's not even gonna be close. So good luck on July 4th. Live it up. I don't even think they'll celebrate it in New York City.
Next week?
They're gonna be like, we're not gonna celebrate the 4th of July this year, the 250th American birthday. New York City is gonna not even celebrate it because they're gonna be like, we are not gonna celebrate this capitalist, disgusting country. We are a communist state here, autonomous.
Is what happened.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'm a born and bred New Yorker. I love New York. So I told my husband for 4th of July, I have to be in New York next year. I don't know. I already made my reservations, but it's not looking too good with Zohan and the Rabbies.
Yeah, with the Rabbies.
The Rabbies.
I don't know who would want to go to that place. Listen, remember a couple years ago in Seattle when it became the autonomous zone and they had the autonomous zone? The entire island of Manhattan is going to be an autonomous zone.
I have to agree. And
That's what's going to happen.
The only way you can make socialism work is if you have class warfare.
Right.
So they're going to have people fighting with people.
Yep.
And one of the things that they keep fighting with Trump about is how they're so against this transgender thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge thing. Like, a lot of people can all agree we don't want boys or girls we don't want boys in women's sports, right?
Right.
You
would think that would be an agreeable issue.
So.
Right. Correct.
They hate Trump for it.
Yeah.
So he's going to be fighting with Trump about everything. And it's going to be severe class warfare.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people are going to be moving to New York. But I have a whistleblower that, especially maybe after watching that video, you might be interested to see. It's video number 2.
After watching that last video?
Just saying.
2.
My name is Jamie Reed, and I hold a Master's of Science in Clinical Research Management from Washington University in St. Louis. I am also a lifelong Democrat, a mom of 5 boys, 3 of whom were adopted out of the foster care system, and I'm a lesbian. I am also the public whistleblower from inside a pediatric gender center. I participated in transitioning nearly 1,500 unique patients who ranged in age from 3 to 26. Now I understand I participated in an industry that was based on fraud, deception, and in layman's terms, we were running a racket. Patients were treated using unethical and deceptive informed consent practices. They were minor patients. They had significantly presenting comorbidities, some even meeting the criteria for a legal medical disability. The entire diagnosis is based on regressive stereotypes and self-described feelings. For an assessment to be diagnostic, there must be a statistically significant number of patients who will not meet the diagnostic criteria.
Listen.
The biggest line there for me, 3 to 26, is just
3 to 26.
I can't believe that. I can't.
You can't get that back.
No,
you can't get it back. If you cut your penis off, you're not getting it back. If you cut your daughter's breasts off, I mean, this is so disgusting.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but we cannot, they need psychiatric help.
Right.
And it really bothers me that we don't have a stronger psychiatric, people who take a stand.
But they normalized it, though, is the problem. It used to actually be a scientific illness called gender dysphoria.
Yes.
That's what it used to be. And then they decided that it doesn't count anymore. Like that's really what they did. They decided we're going to completely get rid of this. And if you want to cut your dick off, go ahead and do it. And you're perfectly normal to do so. Like they just changed the rules.
You know what's so funny?
And it just frightens me. I'm sorry. It scares me for the future of the nation, because if you could convince somebody that that's normal, it's frightening. What else you could convince them of?
Well, yeah, if you can lie to somebody and say, yes, even though you're a boy, you're really a girl because you say so, you convince people of anything. But I remember when I was a kid, I was about 3 years old, I was jealous because my father had a puppy dog tail. I didn't know the word penis. I used to call it a puppy dog tail because, boys were made with puppy dog tails and girls were made.
What did
Don't
you say?
Remember, boys are made of frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. Girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. So when I was 3, I didn't know the word penis. So I said, Dad, your puppy dog tail. So I remember once I said, I'm so jealous of your puppy dog tail because you could stand and go pee-pee and I have to sit down, right? This is a true story. So my father, you know what he told me? He goes, you have what's called penis envy. I swear. He says, you have penis envy. And I go, what's penis envy? And he just starts laughing. And then later on, he explains that women are jealous because, listen, when we're at a bar I am so jealous of my husband that he has a penis and I have to deal with those disgusting bathrooms. And I know that every woman has felt this way. Or if you're like at a festival and there's nothing but a green field, you know how much it sucks to be a woman. And with a man, you just whip out your hose and everything's fine.
Yeah.
So imagine at 3 years old, they probably would have been like,
there's a lot of penis
if I had
envy
like
these
weirdo
days.
parents, it would have been like, well, we need to take you to the doctor.
Right.
Because obviously you want to be a boy. I did not want to be a boy, but I was just saying, wow, that puppy dog tail must
be
come in
nice.
handy.
Must be nice.
Yes, exactly.
You know, must be nice. Yeah, listen, not everybody,
girl.
not everybody can have it like we do.
Right,
you
not
know?
everybody could just
it
stand
is what it
and
is.
go.
So we're very lucky. We're a very lucky group.
The whole thing is that children have weird ideas that are in their head. They're innocent.
Clearly.
They're children.
Yeah.
You can't start saying that, oh, because you think that way, you're really a boy. Or you're, oh, you know what? You're really, there are a lot of gay people. It doesn't mean you're a girl. You're gay. You're a boy. Like, could you imagine if every time somebody was a homosexual, they pressured them into changing their gender? So what are we saying? That you can't be gay? Because in a way, that's really anti-gay.
It's funny you say that, because I've noticed that there has been a significant increase in trend where the L's and the G's are starting to really rally against the T's.
Really?
Like that it's becoming like listen, you guys are just like, you're like a cancer in the clubhouse. Like, you're bringing us down here. Like, we can't keep having this. Like, we're trying to fight for our own shit and you guys are making us look bad. Like, that's how I think it's starting to increase, because you're right. That is very anti-gay. That it's like, instead of just being a lesbian, it's like, no, I'm really a guy that likes girls.
Right.
It's like, no, you're not.
That mother of 4 or 5. What is it?
Right.
The mother, like stuff like that. I have to be honest
5
with you.
boys and a
5
lesbian.
boys.
Questionable.
And honestly, I feel like boys need a father. I
Question.
really
Yeah,
do.
I know. You
and
said
I'm
that.
a girl, and it would have been nice if my father was around for more than just when I was a little kid. But
Yeah.
by the time I was 7, my dad was gone. That's why we've had our experience with the EBT. But back then, it was called food stamps, and it was actually a book of stamps.
Right, yeah. And you got to bring them in.
And it looked like cash, but it wasn't cash.
That's
It
right,
was,
yeah.
So it's just like,
Different
I
time.
just feel like our country has been losing its way, and we cannot go down the road to communism, because communism
can't.
depends on division.
Yeah.
And it's so evil. And one of the things that they need to do is get rid of God. Because
Oh,
you're going to
yeah.
have to do a lot of evil things
Oh, yeah.
to be able to pull off the communist agenda. And if you believe in God, they're not going to be successful.
No.
They have to
They're
eliminate God.
starving out a group of people now. That's what they're doing now, is we're going to starve these
but
people
we're not going
out.
to do it. Power to the people. We're going to flood the
food banks. Hashtag flood the food banks. But no, that's what they're trying to do. It's like, we're going to starve these people out, and we're going to try to force the Republican hand.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. And it's just like, it's just a disgrace. It really is just such a disgrace.
I mean, so the
It's
fighting
terrible.
that's going on, like they're even fighting with them for cleaning the streets. So they're saying, Trump, you're a jerk for wanting to get rid of the transgender surgeries. And we
Yep.
have a whistleblower who actually did it, who said what I did was horrible.
Yep.
Let's take a look of New York after number 13, your buoy.
Let's show it. So this is
Before
New
and
York City,
after.
before and after, right? Remember last week we talked about the ICE raid on Canal Street, where they got rid of all those people selling the fake purses and the fake pocketbooks and all the fake garbage. So this is what that street looks like now, where they don't have all those people selling all that crap. Look how much room and clean and much cleaner the streets look. That's the same road.
The same exact street. And it's not only is it much cleaner, it looks much safer too.
Looks much safer.
You know,
much safer.
I mean, you need room on those sidewalks to walk. And the
Right.
thing is that they do have some street vendors, but they get permits.
Yeah.
And it's approved. You just can't have people roll up with a blanket, throw
Yeah.
all their pocketbooks out there, and then
and then fight people with cameras.
It's
That's what they were
terrible.
doing. So let's
Yeah.
see how let's see what New Yorkers are thinking about this and how much nicer and cleaner the streets look. Let's take a look of how they're feeling. Let's see here. Let's go clip 12.
look at this clown on the car. Right on the
Oh. Hey.
Oh God, I can't watch these people anymore. I'm sorry.
No. What's that? Think about that term. Let's cut the video here. What a term, liberation. Liberation from what, dude? Liberation from what?
But you know what?
You're not here legally. What are you being liberated from?
And then they're going to be starving when they don't get their benefits.
Right.
So then it's like, let's keep these people here so that way we could starve them because we're going to shut down the government and not pay them while we're here. This was all a demonic plan.
Yeah.
And then these people are so brainwashed because they don't have a soul. I'm sure half of them are not even going to church. They have no idea what's going on.
I'd say 95%. 95.
We have to show number 14. Let's go to number 14 because this one, I was like, wow, these people really have lost it in New York.
Zorhan.
Tax the rich. I will say, I agree with taxing the rich when it comes to like Amazon and Walmart because I think it's disgusting the way that those people do not pay their employees a living wage and they actually abuse the system where they'll pay their workers just enough to be under the poverty line so that way the government has to subsidize them. That's wrong. So those rich people, yes, we should be taxing.
But those rich people that we're talking about taxing are the same rich people that are all massive Democrat donors. Like they won't change the laws because they'll lose out on the donors that are funding all of these campaigns and all of these massive protests. Like all of this is being funded by those oligarchs that they talk about. They're all there. That's who's paying for all of this. Where do you think they're getting the money for all of this crap? It's all being paid for by these massive NGOs and donation, funds that all these big Democrats put their money into. So they'll never change the tax law that's going to not benefit them. No, they'll never do that.
No,
So they keep
100%
complaining
right.
about this, but that'll never change because then they'll lose out on the gravy train that they've been riding for forever.
Yeah, because they abuse the system.
Yeah.
These billionaires are abusing the system, and it's the middle class that gets caught.
Right. And then they go vote D. And they're like, yeah, we're for the people. And then it's like, but they know deep down that it'll never change because the Democrats won't get rid of their gravy train. So it's just one giant big hypocrisy. But the Democrat people who were at these rallies are so dumb that they can't figure it out. They can't put it together that the big, the great, the powerful Mark Zuckerberg, who will be the first person to support Joe Biden in censoring COVID, he's not going to be like, yeah, change the tax laws so I lose out on all my billions of dollars. You think he's going to be on that train? You kidding me? No.
No
way.
No, and
Come on now.
But that's when I do agree with taxing the rich, though. But they're not going to tax the rich.
No, they're not going to tax the rich.
What they're going to do is they're going to attack the middle class.
Right. Well,
That's
I mean,
what
was it that remember in Connecticut, it was like if you have a house that we deem is over $300,000 in value, we're going to bury you with taxes.
Well, I used to always laugh when
like,
Hillary, remember Hillary used to always say, if you make over $250,000 a year, you're rich and should be taxed more. I'm like, $250,000 a year? You try raising 4 kids, living in Connecticut, paying Connecticut taxes, paying a freaking $1,000 a month for oil in the tank.
Yep.
It's like, you're not rich, lady. You're like middle class and just not having to go get your welfare benefits because you can just make it. I mean, but it's class warfare.
It's total class warfare.
Class warfare because they want to put into people's head, oh, I'm not going to be thinking about Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not going to be thinking about Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking about my neighbor who might be making $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
Tax the rich! Tax the rich! And then you're going to start hating your neighbor. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
That's what they're trying to do.
Somebody who lives on the west side to the east side. We're going to hate those east side people, right? East side.
Let me tell you, the west side has quite a few mansions, too. I've
It does.
seen them.
It does. If you go a little further past Warrington, you'll find them. They're over there.
I have to say, Los Angeles is not doing much better. And
Well,
this is another
Democrat-run city.
Democrat-run city.
Yeah, Democrat-run
so
city.
I wanted to show the train, number 18, because I saw this, and I was like, even in New York, we don't do this while they're moving.
Yeah,
number
let's see
18,
it.
your boy, please. Oh, this isn't the train one. Oh, wait, but forget it.
That's the train. That's the train one, isn't it?
No, the one is literally a train. A train is trying to go by, and the people are standing in front of the train, and they're doing graffiti on the train.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. I thought that was the train one.
But that's why I said a train.
Yeah, I thought it was on the train.
All right, well,
anyway,
that's a dump. But they're literally trains, like a train, and they stopped the train so that they could put the graffiti.
Wow.
Like, it's just complete anarchy. It's a lawless place.
Well, let's show the one after that, too. The one after that is graffitiing the car.
19.
Yeah, let's show that one, too.
Yeah, this was last night in LA. Because, of course, we can't have ice, so let's use ice as an excuse to act like animals.
Yep.
With the Mexican flag, of course. Because it just wouldn't be an ice rally without having the Mexican flag. I mean, these people don't love America.
No, they don't.
They don't love America.
But I got to tell you what, Coach, and we can cut the video there, but you know what drives me what drives me nuts is all of those cops right behind that while that's taking place.
Because they're encouraged to stand down.
Vandalizing vehicles, destroying things.
They're encouraged to stand down because they don't want to have problems. And they're encouraging the bad behavior because they want to make people crazy. Yeah. And they tell the cops, just stand down.
But you have to start arresting people. You have to have law and order. You have to start arresting people.
Listen, you know what the problem is? Right now, we have a very divided country.
Yeah.
So we have a president who ran on Make America Great Again.
Right.
And he's a builder.
Yep.
He wants to make things beautiful.
Right.
And we have another part of the country that just wants to destroy everything. They want to ruin the liberty that this country, freedom is what this country, socialism, you're under the thumb of the government. And I hope that a lot of people wake up now because they did a lot of social engineering to get people hooked on these benefits.
Yep.
A lot of social engineering. This has been going on since the Great Society in the 1960s.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't advance their social position because they're so afraid of losing their benefits.
Yeah.
Listen,
no, that's
let
true.
this Saturday be a lesson to you saying, wait a minute, you know what this proves to me? We shouldn't go socialism.
Yeah.
We cannot trust the government for anything.
Yeah.
Like the government will give it to you and then the government will take it away from you. So do not trust the government. Everybody needs to wake up and know the only thing that's going to save our country is if we battle this demonic presence with overwhelming love.
Yeah.
And we love each other. We take care of each other. We're charitable.
Yeah.
And you'll see how fast this country will come back again.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And let me tell you, some people are actually appreciating the new law and order feel. Like people are actually, seeing the benefits that it's having in their cities. Let's go clip 15 here because this is in Memphis, Tennessee, which has historically been one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. And they're actually appreciating the presence of the police in there.
Many people we spoke with say while the opening night of the Grizzly season was exciting, what was more comforting is the increased law enforcement presence.
So peaceful, and it's just a whole lot of people down here. We just enjoying life, and it just feels so free.
Security enhancements like metal detectors at the entrance of the FedEx Forum. Members of the Memphis Safe Task Force posted at several areas across Beale Street and surrounding areas. Memphis police directing traffic. Fans say the increased presence was comforting.
We've seen a lot of presence, and at home my wife and I talk about it all the time. It's like, yeah, it does feel better.
But families also hope with the task force continued presence in the city, they hope hearts and minds change concerning downtown Memphis.
There's dangerous places everywhere, and with what they're doing, hopefully, like you said, it can knock down the crime and stuff so more people can see a brighter light here, but it's good people all around in Memphis. Memphis is a beautiful city.
It's a beautiful city.
Well, that's because they have a Republican governor.
Yeah.
So he's welcoming the help.
Right.
He's welcoming the help. He's not putting his head, in the sand and being like, oh, no, we have a safe city. We don't need any help from the government. That's what number 16 shows with the Chicago mayor.
Yeah, puts his hand right in the sand.
Everything by the book. Why does Chicago have the highest murder rate of all the big cities?
Well,
We are not in the top 30 in terms of our murder rate. Indeed,
the murder
our murder rate has been cut in half over the last 4 years, and every year it's gone down by double digits. And if you look at all of the violent crime over the last 4 years,
here's a map.
They've all gone down.
U.S. cities, 17.47 per 100,000 population. Chicago is number 1 over Philadelphia, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Phoenix, Los Angeles, New York, and San Diego.
What I'm explaining to you
now
is
you're
when
talking
you want
about
to fight
violent
crime. Look, you can pull statistics up.
No,
I can
these are
too.
murders.
I'm explaining to you that our murder rate has been cut in half. And
you know what I loved? And somebody goes, "Oh no, we're number 30," and Brett Baer goes,
"Yeah."
He puts on his glasses and he looks. He's like, "Wait a minute, could this man be lying so blatantly?
Right.
Like he literally was like, was I wrong? Was I mistaken?" No way! No, you're number 1. Even New York for the dump that it is was 4.5, and Chicago's over 17.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, wait. Listen, you're gonna buy my lies, and you're just gonna shut up, Brett Baer. And Brett Baer's like, no, you see, I put on my glasses, so I know for a fact that you're lying because I put my glasses on. Okay?
Yeah, it's really the truth. I mean, the guy too tried to double down and be like, "No, we cut it in half. We cut it in half." Which, to be honest, I think, to Mayor Adams' credit, I think is why that murder rate was so down, because people were getting killed off all the time.
Well, I told you, Eric Adams did such a great job. When I went to New York, I was like, what the hell's wrong with these people?
Yeah, people were getting pushed in front of trains. They were getting killed in the subways. Like, it was happening all the time. And Adams really cleaned that up, and he partnered with Trump when Trump came back in, and he's done a great job.
Because he
now,
loves the city.
I will say, though, when Mandami, get it out, when Mandami comes and becomes mayor again, I think he's going to make Chicago look like it's nothing.
Or LA. He's going to be
like
competing for the
dwarf
worst.
that.
He's going to be like, how could I be a worse mayor than this guy?
I really think it's going to be an autonomous zone. I think it's going to be an autonomous zone by the time he's becoming mayor.
My trip. Good thing
Like,
I didn't buy the
seriously,
tickets
I
yet.
think it's going to be autonomous zone. Which I will say, speaking of the autonomous zone, everybody knows Seattle was the first one that was the autonomous zone originally, and they're having a big time. What do you got there? An autonomous zone. It's like they break away from U.S. law. Like they try to live by their own rules.
Yeah, they
do
tried
their
to
own
make
thing.
their own country.
Right, within Seattle, Washington. But
Imagine if you lived there, you had an apartment in Seattle, and all of a sudden a bunch of wackadoos took over the whole neighborhood and said, we're in an autonomous zone now. The Seattle government nor the U.S. government is in charge here.
yeah, like it was so crazy.
The people in Seattle, well, that's where Antifa, right? It's
Yeah.
Portland, Seattle, like from that whole region of the country.
Yeah.
They're just wackadoos.
They are wackadoos.
They must all be on drugs.
Well, they are, and they're having a massive drug emergency. Let's go clip 17 here and see what's going on in Seattle right now that you won't see on the regular news.
Rich, it's not just conservatives who say this is happening, is it?
Hi, Elizabeth. No, these are voices across the political spectrum here in Seattle, all grappling with the issue of homelessness, which is essentially a drug crisis as well, which you can see in virtually every park here in Seattle. I want our viewers to take a look at this park where the homeless essentially have taken over all their drug paraphernalia. We've spoken with 3 people here. Many people, but 3 people, a reporter, a longtime police officer, and someone who works inside the homeless advocacy here. And what they say and what we saw is beyond shocking.
Pretty much all the drug addicts, criminals, the black market of stolen goods, it all thrives here. I mean, look at this guy, completely blitzed out of his mind. He's ODing on something, has a sandwich in his hand. I mean, this again is a drug crisis.
Could you imagine?
Walking.
Somebody, like you're walking down the street and somebody passes out with a sandwich in their hands because they just got so high on drugs.
Because they're so high and they're just like destroyed.
Yeah.
Like that's what's going on in Seattle, guys. That's what's going on in your country right now. Democrat ran city.
So is this the kind of street you get married, you have kids, you want to walk down that kind of street with your kids?
Nope.
Like where or do you want to like walk down the street where Trump is like, listen, we got to get rid of the criminals. We need to make America great again. I'm sorry. And it's for all Americans.
Yeah.
Enough with the divisiveness. Make America great again. I stand behind Trump. And I also stand with him building the ballroom in the White House. And you're lucky, the United States of America, that you have a Donald Trump to build that ballroom because Obama built a basketball court and it cost over $300 million.
Yeah.
Trump is going to build a beautiful ballroom. Ballroom. And it's less than $335. Obama's tennis basketball court cost $335 million.
Yeah. Yep.
Years later, over a decade later, Trump is building a beautiful ballroom, one of the best builders in the United States of America, and he's doing it for $300 million.
But
not one taxpayer penny.
Right. That's the thing. People are missing that part of the equation. You're not paying for it. It's coming out of his checkbook. So what do you care if he's going to build a ballroom that's going to be grand for people to bring people in and have events at the White House and all that stuff? Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Show number 21. Let's just show the White House.
Yeah.
What they expect.
This is what we have events in now at the White House in the United States of America. Let's show it. Or image 21, I should say. Oh, we're finding it.
I mean, it's so... Trump is right. The White House should have a ballroom.
Right. They need it. Look at that.
A tent.
It's a tent.
It's a tent. Like, they really should be setting up a tent. That's tacky, okay?
That's embarrassing.
It really is.
If you're the president, you live in the greatest country in the world, you should have a big ballroom, a big event room that you can have all these people in and have it at the White House. And that's what you need. And the fact that we haven't had this all this time is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to do it out of my own checkbook. I'm going to pay for it all myself. The American people aren't going to pay for it at all. And people are still complaining. And be like, why is he doing this?
I know.
What? Who cares?
It's, people just want to find a reason to get angry. But listen, I think we're out of time.
I think we got 2 minutes.
We do?
Yeah, I think we got 2 minutes. Well, we have to have 2 minutes just for our weekly Pig Porter video.
Absolutely.
We got to show weekly Katie Pig Porter, the video of the week, the best video of all time. Take a look at this early voting in California. As you know, she's going for governor of California. Let's take a look at what she's doing to her voters here in clip 25. Is that her handing out free stuff at the voter line? That's breaking U.S. law. You can't hand free stuff out to people.
That's illegal.
That she is actively handing out free stuff. Vote for me and you get free stuff. And the California poll line.
Oh my gosh, these people break every rule.
It's like we're just going to live by our own rules. Who cares?
You know what? Let's just show 24 really quick because this is about gerrymandering, which I complain about every week. Because right now we're in a battle over House seats. And Arnold has to school CNN because they can't believe that he's smart enough to know the truth.
In Gold's Gym.
Yeah, number 24.
It is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue that do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, it has like 40% of the people voting for Trump. They have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House. Think about that. In New Mexico, if 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House, 0 representatives from the Republican Party.
Yep.
So there's gerrymandering, crazy gerrymandering going on all over the country, and we wanted to try to stop it in California, and we did stop it in California, and we went around the country. So I think this whole thing about finger pointing and said they did it, so therefore we should doing it, that's not really the way to go.
He's speechless.
Yeah,
Jake
Tapper has no idea what to say.
Huh?
Yeah, he just got taken to school in Gold's Gym.
You mean you're going to say the truth, Arnold?
Yeah.
Aren't you from California? Don't you hate Trump? Because the scales are falling. People are waking up.
Yeah.
Flood the food banks. Flood the food banks. Flood the food banks.
No, coach is getting fired up.
Let me tell you something. We are going to bring power to the people.
Power to the people.
We are not going to let people starve
Fist
in this
up.
country. So I need every American, anybody who's watching this, I want you to say, flood the food banks. Power to the people.
Yeah.
Enough is enough, America.
Enough is enough, America.
Is enough.
Flood the food banks.
All right? People have to wake up.
Yeah.
We do not want socialism. We are not going to have to worry about things being taken away from us from the government forever.
Yeah, Coach.
All right?
Amen. You said it perfectly. Guys, if you have the ability, bring something to the food bank this week, next week, every week. Just try to volunteer, bring stuff to the food bank, help out your fellow Americans. We're going to get through this together. We're going to be on the same team. We're going to take care of Americans, our Americans, not the illegals, our Americans.
Well,
That's what we're taking care of.
I'll feed them.
No. We're taking care of the Americans first. America first, right? Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Right below here, you know it. Follow all our social platforms, X, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, we got it. Make sure you guys go follow our social platforms. If you're watching on Rumble, hit that follow button, hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys are sharing all across. Share. We'll see you guys again, same time, same place, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll be back. We'll be ready to rock and roll. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Halloween. Have fun this weekend. Everybody be safe. Everybody enjoy it. Get out, trick or treat, have fun, see friends, get to parties, get to bars. Everybody dress up, have fun. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a blast. Everybody enjoy it. Happy Halloween, everybody. We'll see you back for Thanksgiving season. See you soon, guys. Appreciate you.